Did you know that even years after his passing, the true story of what happened to Ginger Baker is still unfolding, and it's more dramatic and surprising than many fans ever realized? While most remember him as the explosive drummer behind Cream and Blind Faith, few know the full extent of his chaotic final years, the controversies that followed, and the recent revelations that have surfaced as late as 2025. Stick around until the end, because we'll reveal something truly shocking about his legacy that has only just come to light. Ginger Baker wasn't just a drummer, he was a force of nature. With his thunderous style and volatile personality, he redefined what it meant to sit behind a drum kit. But behind the genius was a deeply troubled man, battling lifelong addictions, financial woes, and fractured relationships. In 2019, Baker passed away at age 80 after a long battle with multiple health issues, including chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and osteoarthritis. The announcement shook the music world, but what wasn't shared publicly until much later was the condition of his personal life at the time and how complicated his final days really were. In the years leading up to his death, Baker lived in near isolation on a rural farm in Kent, England. His once glorious music career had slowed, and he was estranged from several family members. In 2020, his daughter Nettie Baker published new writings detailing the emotional strain of growing up with Ginger, painting a vivid picture of a man both brilliant and broken. According to her, Ginger's last years were marked by paranoia, money troubles, and deteriorating mental health, issues that were quietly hidden from the public while tributes flooded in from the rock world. It raised tough questions about how we celebrate troubled artists. And now in 2025, fans are talking again because a new documentary, Baker Unfiltered, has just premiered, offering never-before-seen footage, audio recordings, and journals from Ginger's final decade. The film reveals he had secretly been recording unreleased solo material and writing what could have become a memoir. Shockingly, the tapes were almost lost, left in poor storage conditions, discovered only last year by a producer cleaning out a storage unit. Restoration is now underway, and some of the recordings are expected to be released later this year. It's a discovery that's reigniting interest in the wild, unpredictable life of one of rock's most complex figures. What many fans never knew was how close Ginger came to losing everything before he passed. Mounting legal fees, old tax issues, and unpaid medical bills drained much of his resources. Yet, despite the chaos, he remained fiercely passionate about music. Friends recall him drumming with his fingers even in his hospital bed. "It was in his bones," one longtime bandmate said. The drums were the only place he found peace. His influence on rock, jazz, and even world music continues to grow, especially among today's generation of experimental drummers who now see him not just as a legend, but as a warning and a lesson. So what really happened to Ginger Baker? He lived loud, played harder, and left behind a legacy that's still being unpacked, one that goes far beyond Cream's hits and his infamous temper. He was a man who made history and chaos in equal measure. As new pieces of his story emerge in 2025, one thing is clear. Ginger Baker never stopped drumming, not in life and not in memory. Drop a comment with your favorite Baker moment or drum solo, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more music history with a raw, unfiltered edge.